Zane Richards, Cory Clark. They're 2-2 in their 4 matchups. The last one going to Zane Richards in overtime in the dual meet, 6-5.
You know, both these guys are scorers, and they like to put up points in their matches, and they're always looking for their offense. Both tough in the top position and are able to go ahead and turn their opponents. So look for back points opportunities almost immediately after takedowns. Clark really likes to work the 2-on-1, but he's getting a taste of his own medicine here with Zane Richards basically pulling that 2-on-1 down to the mat.
And as tough as these two guys are, it's both of them first time to the finals in the Big Tens. Of course, Clark was a runner-up NCAAs last year, but he was 3rd place last year in the Big Tens, 4th at 2014.
Well, it speaks to what we're likely to see in a week and a half from now, is that some change in the order and the rankings. Difficult tournament to seed as the NCAAs, but a lot of head-to-head matches that could get reversed in the NCAAs.
Richards, the junior from Illinois, was 5th in the Big Tens last year and the year before. One of 3 Illini in the finals. Zane Richards, Aymar, Isaiah Martinez, and Brunson at 174. I was really impressed on Clark and Taylor match. As good as Taylor looked, I really thought Clark answered the bell every time with his urgency of his own. He's just a very skilled wrestler.
Clark. Well, you know, Ryan Taylor is wrestling for 3rd in this weight class against Jordan Conaway. You know, he was last year's #2 seed in the NCAA tournament and got hurt in the Big Tens, and then, you know, kind of working himself back. We saw him on the Big Ten Network with the Iowa-Wisconsin meet, and he wrestled Clark. It was a much different match this time around here. A lot of scoring, but what you had to be impressed with Clark was that takedown with 30 seconds left here, where he was about 6 inches totally extended off the ground, caught Taylor on his heels, and then with Richards for his journey here, a little bit more workmanlike. I guess what's impressed me is that he's got that tournament wrestling style here where he's fundamental and basic and can go ahead and close out periods in the top position. Really good rider, can get out quickly.
Talked about him being a perfect 23-0 coming into this tournament. Cory Clark has won 10 straight, has not lost since these two met in the dual meet where Richards beat Clark in overtime.
Here's the 2-on-1 that Clark likes to work. And Richards doesn't waste any time, just goes ahead and shoots in on the leg.
Short time, 10 seconds left. Less time ticking away in the first period. And no score between these two in the first period at 133 pounds. It's 0-0. Cory Clark from Iowa will get his choice, and he'll go down to begin the second period. Good look at Mark Perry on the left, Jeremy Hunter on the right. Mark Perry, a 2-time NCAA champion here at Iowa. Very familiar with this arena. Jeremy Hunter, an NCAA champion for Penn State. And both of them top assistants to Jim Heffernan in his 7th year as the head coach at Illinois.
Boy, really important, Tim. Championship wrestling here. Those scoreless matches, if you can get out quickly, it just gives you another option. You know, getting riding time in a close match. So Clark is out with 11 seconds of riding time for Richards. Looking for what Richards will do with this. You see him working to go ahead. Now he went misdirection here. He's been trying to attack the back leg of Clark. This time he hit the right leg, the lead leg, the one with the knee pad on it. And Clark gets a lot of mileage off of working the 2-on-1. Now he comes back to the underhook at the other side. Now head pressure by Richards. You know, if you ever wonder what the difference is, how do you get to the finals? Look at these guys, the way their feet move. Short, choppy steps. Nobody plants for more than a quarter of a second.
No, it's feet moving all the time, and 45 seconds left in the second period. It was a quick escape for Cory Clark.
There's
starting underneath.
Good high crotch shot there. Tap the head. the left arm and came back. You know, sometimes you get nothing but a shoestring there, but it's enough to finish the technique. But good reaction by Clark.
Clark, a two-time NCAA All-American. He was a runner-up last year to Oklahoma's Cody Brewer, and he was 5th as a freshman at 125.
I'll tell you.
Neutral, 9 seconds in the period.
You know, Zane Richards, stays in this match. He doesn't get pushed around. He rarely goes off the mat in his matches.
That's the end of the second period, and Richards will get his opportunity to go down at 125. Here's your 3 through 8 right here. Gilman all the way down to McCabe. So this is your placing at 125 pounds. Gilman, Lambert, Oliver, Yutzi, Jimenez, and McCabe. All of them qualify for the NCAA, and a 9th one as well in this weight class. That's how tough.
Oh, wow.
And there's a tough escape for Richards to knot it up 1-1. A minute 45 left in regulation.
Good hand fighting, good sit out there, back pressure into his opponent. Got good hip separation here, turned quickly and got the escape. So 1 second of advantage time, really no factor. Now Clark working on that 2-on-1. Look at that chain wrestling there, 2-on-1. Richards comes back with a single. Clark with the counter shot. Now back to hanging on each other's heads.
No fingers, guys. Stay off the fingers.
So difficult to tire out these guys. Good straight shot there by Clark. Countered well there by Richards.
Richards in on the leg, but the head's still out the outside.
He's got
trying
the
to
right
cut
hand
across.
Yeah, he's got the right hand across Tim, and then Clark was able to go ahead and lock in the crotch. Now he's extending Richards here. Richards trying to move up with his knees. Now he's probably going to try to come out the back door, but
Both these guys fighting to get their hips underneath them.
Flattens out a little bit. Clark has the advantage here because his chest up, hips down. Now he bends at the waist a little bit, and it gives Richards an opportunity to come out the back door. Oh.
Stalemate.
I don't know if I call that.
Man, there was no stoppage in the action there.
I don't know who had the advantage there.
No, I know exactly. Yeah. That's why I wouldn't have called it either, Jim. Both wrestlers were not giving up their position, both doing a great job of coming back with their hips underneath them. Now they're back to their feet. 25 seconds left. It's 1-1.
And you got to be careful with Richards. You can't push too much because you saw that snap down that he was able to do. Snap down and go behind. See, if Clark is just trying to bail out on the snap down, bring his rear end back and see if anything develops there. But
short time, and it looks like there'll be no takedown, and we'll go to sudden victory. Looks like Ryan Taylor got a win, 3rd place for Wisconsin over Jordan Conaway. Here we go. Sudden victory, second sudden victory in as many matches. Richards, the #1 seed, versus Clark, the #2 seed.
And who's going to be able to snap the other down and get more than just one leg on a shot? Both these guys going hard ear to ear. They both look very fresh. I mean, they've weathered 7 minutes of hard wrestling, and then now they both look good out there. They're moving well.
Well, you talked about it early. They've got to be ready to go 9 or 10 minutes to win a championship.
And this is a position here where Clark's got the knee tap right there.
18 seconds left in the sudden victory before they go to 2 30-second periods into tiebreaker. If there's no score here, we'll go to 2 periods, 30 seconds each. And that's where we're at.
They're going to call hand clasp.
No warning, really, just a talk to by the official to not interlock the fingers. There's the end of the sudden victory. Clark gets the choice. He's going to go down first. 30 seconds, just like the bull ride right here.
Well, Tim, you identify tendencies and situations where you can control a guy for 30 seconds in this position when you're scouting out. Guys, you practice on this. Beautiful stand-up and hand control there by Clark. Didn't look like Richards was really prepared for that situation. as well as he needed to be. But you know, he's apt to get out as well fairly quickly, so these two athletes may settle this on the feet. Boy, Clark is really putting a lot of pressure on the head. See the right hand on the chin of Richards. The referee's going to call, well, that's the end of the period, but end of the 30 seconds.
Going to the second tiebreaker period of 30 seconds. Now Richards starts underneath. He'll get his opportunity to tie it up or go ahead. It's like a match. Whatever happens.
Once Richards gets to his rear end on that set out there, he's pretty dangerous as far as getting out quickly. But he comes up without, just came to his feet and allows an easy mat return.
And Clark getting him flattened out there.
Gotta be careful. Stay low, 10 seconds left. Richards in a position to be able to go ahead and quickly explode, but does he have it? Clark will pop his hips in here if he can. The big throw, and he gets him.
Overtime win for Cory Clark. Mark Perry is challenging. Mark Perry, associate head coach, is challenging. They're going to their corners. There's a coach's challenge.
And it's going to challenge the fact that there was locked hands, okay? I don't think I saw it, but I didn't have the angle that Mark Perry did. We're across the way.
Well, if he's in control, it doesn't matter whether he's standing up or on his knees. He can't lock his hands.
Okay, we'll take a look at it. That's what the call is. Okay, the hands are separated. He's on his feet. Okay, and now he's going to go ahead. When he takes him to his back, what does he call right there? Is that locked hands? Well, he's on his back.
He's on his back.
Yeah. Right here, takes him back. And you know, and Perry's over there protesting. He's anticipating a locked hands call. So I mean, he's calling for the protest before they went to the mat.
If it is a locked hands, it would be a technical violation in 1. There's Mark Perry, the associate head coach for Illinois.
But you see how he was up over there at the head table before the two athletes went to the mat in the last 5 seconds. So he was protesting something different.
That as they were coming up, and I think he was protesting that before he got to his feet, the hands were locked.
But you saw where the grip was split.
Right. Yeah.
There's your answer.
Big Ten champion for the first time, Cory Clark from Iowa. The Hawkeyes come to their feet in Carver Hawkeye Arena. They get their first champion, Cory Clark, the junior.